Okay, welcome to mine. It's been a long day. I've been working with the little family on creating our new beautiful apartment space. Currently in the design phase of our bathrooms that we are going to completely rebuild. It will be very interesting to see what this project comes out as. So the idea is actually because first of all, okay, phone falling down. So we have decided to buy a new apartment in Copenhagen, me and my wife and son. And we have also decided that this is not just going to be a regular apartment, a home for us. It's also going to be that, but it's going to be a lot more. And that means we are both very interested in staying healthy, staying fit, living long and happy and healthy lives. Been very interested in longevity technology for many years, and the recent buzz around longevity research and stuff has gotten me to think about it a bit more, and also getting older and older. Not that I'm that old, but I'm not as young as I used to be. That's just the pure facts. But nevertheless, we have decided to really try to incorporate as many elements and details, features, functionalities into the renovation of this apartment that is going to promote longevity for us. And I think you can actually, according to my own little research, I think you can actually move the needle a lot if you change your environment and create a lifestyle that promotes health and longevity. One thing is the genes, of course, that you're born with. We can't argue with that, but that's just a small percentage. And there's a lot to be learned about this. I'm still early in the phase, but I recently discovered that within interior design and how we design our spaces in general, there's a lot we can do a lot to promote longevity and health and well-being, such as, for example, the air quality is oftentimes a lot worse when you are measuring the air quality in indoor spaces, both in offices and in homes as well. So there's all these pollutants from cars in the cities, but also from chimneys around. As I'm speaking here, I'm looking up, and there's this giant chimney up here with just fumes of toxic smoke coming out. And human beings also expose CO2, which is not good for us either. So you can counter that. You can counter that by having more plants and stuff like that in your home to bring the CO2 levels down. Okay, so the whole idea is to do whatever we can to make this kind of I like to frame it as a health hub, a health house, a life space, I think is a nicer word. So we see this kind of as a prototype for ourselves, but also as it's going to be, of course, ideal to promote longevity and health for ourselves, obviously, but it's also going to work as a prototype for starting a business working with this afterwards. So I've been doing a lot of renovation and real estate development transformations over the last 10 years, been my main occupancy. And so I love interior design and setting up cool spaces. But I also love this new field of longevity and research and stuff. So my idea is to combine these two and do a business that creates spaces for people, for customers, for clients, that promotes health and well-being. So again, purifying the air, filtrating the air for toxic pollutants and stuff. It can also be to incorporate water as an element, both as a filtration system for the water in the apartment or in the building, in the house, filtrating, chemicals and toxin waste and stuff. That's also a big issue health-wise. And also here in Copenhagen, we have a lot of calcium in the water, so we're gonna do a decalciating, I don't know if that's the word, but set up a system that removes the calcium from the water, at least most of it, so you don't get too much calcium, because that's another thing. It promotes aging as well if you're exposed to too much calcium. There's a long list, and I'm still digging into the rabbit hole of it. And then, of course, we've all heard about this being close to nature, looking at nature, looking green spaces is also something that promotes health and well-being. So all these things we are incorporating into our design of the space ourselves, and then we will get a lot of experience and feedback and data that we can incorporate in how we can offer this as a collective product / service for people to restore their homes, their apartments, with these to do full renovations for people, where we incorporate these design, both on a design level but also on the functional practical level, on how we can create spaces that really promote health, well-being and longevity. That's a long way of saying live long and prosper. No, we will be posting more on this project later on. I will be documenting the whole process, turning into delightful content for y'all to check out and follow the process. It's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to share it. So yeah, that's my check-in for today. Until next time, I'll see you around, I guess.